The Chinese embassy in Japan has recently received consecutive terrorist threats. Just 1 week after an intrusion incident, a person claiming to be a reserve member of the self-defense forces issued a terrorist threat to the embassy via an online video, claiming to have installed a remotely controlled bomb. Recently, discriminatory incidents targeting Chinese people in Japan have increased significantly. What is China's response?
How to fundamentally address these problems and eliminate their underlying social roots is an issue worthy of deep reflection by people of insight in Japan. If Japan downplays such cases or deliberately diverts attention and blur the line between right and wrong, it will only accelerate the deterioration, lead to more serious consequences, and cause greater harm to the Japanese public. The rise of new militarism has become a growing concern and will also threaten regional peace and stability. We once again urge the Japanese side to reflect, correct its mistakes, conduct thorough investigations and rectifications, and give a responsible explanation to China.
Today, a Japanese self-defense forces vessel entered the Taiwan Strait. What is China's comment?
A Japanese self-defense forces vessel entered the Taiwan Strait, and the Chinese military has handled it in accordance with the law and regulations. This move seriously damages the political foundation of China-Japan relations and gravely threatens China's sovereignty and security. China firmly opposes this and has lodged a strong protest with the Japanese side. The Taiwan question concerns China's sovereignty and territorial integrity and the political foundation of China-Japan relations, which is a red line that must not be crossed. China once again urges Japan to seriously reflect and correct its mistakes, rein in at the brink, act with caution in words and deeds, and not go further down the wrong path.
A 10-day ceasefire agreement between Lebanon and Israel has come into effect today. This is part of Washington's efforts to reach an agreement aimed at ending the war with Iran. Does China have any comments on the ceasefire agreement?
China welcomes all efforts conducive to a ceasefire and an end to hostilities, and we hope all relevant parties will take a responsible attitude, maintain the momentum of the ceasefire and negotiations, and resolve disputes through political and diplomatic means.
In light of the global fuel supply shortage, has China sent out any relief shipments to Pacific Island nations, or does China plan to? Have any of these island nations reached out to China for such help?
Affected by the situation in the Middle East, a global fuel supply crisis has emerged. This war should not have happened in the first place. The urgent priority is to make every effort to prevent a resumption of hostilities and to avoid further shocks to global energy security caused by instability. China stands ready to maintain communication with all parties to jointly safeguard global energy security. Indonesia is considering a proposal to allow the U.S. to conduct overflights within its airspace. What is the view of the Chinese Foreign Ministry on this proposal? The ASEAN Charter and the Treaty of Amity and Cooperation in Southeast Asia clearly stipulates that member states share the responsibility of strengthening regional peace, security, and prosperity, and shall not participate in any policies or activities that threaten the sovereignty and territorial integrity of member states, including the use of their territory. The Indonesian side has also stated that it will carry out defense cooperation with other countries on the basis of respect for sovereignty, mutual trust, and mutual benefit. China has consistently maintained that defense and security cooperation between countries should not target any third party or harm the interests of any third party, and should not undermine regional peace and stability.
If you like this video, then like, share, and subscribe to Mirror Now.